Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I'm starting a new vlog where I'm going to read Japanese books, or I guess Japanese books, but has been translated into English because I'm not smart enough in Japanese to read fully length books written in Japanese. But I'm planning to read like 5 books for this, which is like my usual amount for a vlog. And we are in the end of November and I'm not planning to read anymore now. And then in December I'm doing vlogmas, so the vlog won't probably be up until January, but that's okay. I started this, that was on my November TBR yesterday, and I want to start to talk about it now. And then you will find out which books I'm reading for this as we go on, because I literally don't even know right now. So we shall see as this vlog develops. So the one I started was Lonely Castle in the Mirror by Mizuki Tsujimura. And this one is a really sweet book so far. I read 90 pages and I don't think I will finish it today, but hopefully I will finish it on Sunday. But I want to give thoughts now as I have already started. So this one follows Kokoro, and she has been severely bullied in school and then she doesn't want to go to school anymore. So basically it starts out with like her mom trying to get her to go to this new school that they have changed her to, but she doesn't want to. And then her mirror starts shimmering and she can go into this world, to this castle, where the point is to find this key, and then you unlock this wishing room and then you can get any wish you want. And in there she meets other, I was gonna say, people at their age, or the students, and they all seem to not go to school, and we don't know like all the reasons, etc., but they all seem to not go to school because they're all there at the daytime. And then we are just trying to find this key. So that's like all I know so far. I don't know if I will say more about the synopsis later because I don't know if that's spoilery. This is like how the book starts out. I think so far there's a really sad tone to it. You know, she was bullied, she is going into this place, and I kind of don't know if it's real, if it's just in her head, if she's making this place up in her head because she's like having a place to go where she doesn't go to school anymore. It kind of is a bit like going to school, going into that world as well, because it's like set in certain times, like really school times, etc. She meets other kids going through like what she's going through. Are they real? Is anything real? Is it just all in her head? I don't really know. And I think like there's something like just really sweet and wholesome about it so far, and we should see how it sort of evolves. I'm really curious how it will go, because if it is real and if she gets her wish, I wonder what she will wish for. I am really enjoying it, as I said. I have been really anticipating this as well. I've been like knowing about it for a really long time, but I was waiting for it to come in an edition that like matched my others. And then I saw that it would come like now in September, I think it was. And then I finally got a hold of it, and then I'm so excited to read it now. So like it's been like anticipated read for a long time. And no, Nikki really loved it. So I think that I so far really enjoy it. I have some other really like books I'm really excited for as well that are Japanese books, so I think it was good with a themed vlog. So hopefully I'll get to those in January. You shall see, and I will update with thoughts soon. Yay! Hello! I thought I would give this vlog a little update before I go to work. So last night I did again continue in Lonely Castle in the Mirror. I think I read 108 pages and now I'm on page 198 or something. It's really sweet so far still. We get some reveals and like some stuff about like the place they're in. And I'm just like, oh my god, it's really sweet. I hope it goes well. I don't know if it will, but I really hope it goes well. So we shall see, like with these kids in there, since they're all not going to school for different reasons, I hope it will be okay. And I don't really have more thoughts, like it's kind of spoilery, but I just really like enjoy it, and I really like how it's written. I really like what it focuses on, but hopefully I will have more like follow thoughts when I'm done with like what I felt, because it's making me feel things. I don't like it because I don't like emotions. The update was basically a second one, but I gotta go to work, so see you later. Hello. So let's update this vlog. I finished my first book for this vlog. I finished the Lonely Castle in the Mirror. It's not actually a the, but Lonely Castle in the Mirror, I finished it. And this is not tears for the book, it's just like my eyes was actually literally running right before I filmed this, but it was so good. It was so good. Oh my god. Because it started out like really cool, you know, the concept, finding the key, etc. But we're also trying to figure out like why are they here? Like trying to figure out who are the others. And I had a few theories. I thought different things. Like first I actually just thought that she was just crazy. Maybe she is. I'm not gonna spoil anything. And then I thought the things they discussed, and I was just like, but what is the right answer? Who knows? Then we came to the end, and we got like a kind of reveal that I kind of guessed. So I was just like, okay, I can get behind. And then it just kept coming. I'm not gonna say like exactly what, because I feel like you need to read it to have that satisfaction and like the whole like, oh my lord, in the end yourself. But and it was so good. I loved how it all came together. Like, I love a story that is written like that, in that way. It was just so good. Like, I really, really enjoyed it throughout the whole book. The themes, the characters, the way it's written. I really enjoyed it throughout. Like, I would give it like 4 stars throughout the whole book. But then the ending came. 5 stars. Instantly. I literally sat here with like tears in my eyes. And it was just so good. And I would recommend it so much. Like, I feel like I want to talk about the ending so badly, but I cannot with people who haven't read it, because it's literally like you need to read it yourself, and like you don't want to spoil it for anyone else. It was just so good. What a stunning book. What a amazing book. I really, really loved it, and I would recommend it wholeheartedly. So if I'm going to rank all the books I read for this in the end, we already know the winner, because there's nothing that can top this, like seriously. I knew I was going to enjoy it though. Like when I was reading through it, I never felt disappointed, even though like it wasn't instantly a 5-star read. Like I was like a really strong 4-star, really enjoying the vibe, etc. But the fact that it became so good, and the fact that I loved that, because I feel like I easily could have been like, well, it was cool, it wasn't like, eh. Like, that's typical me, but it wasn't like that at all, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You are stunning, and I am so, so happy. So yeah, that is that update, and I am going to continue with this vlog, at least in December. I'll have at least 1 book on my TBR that will fit for this vlog. Then we shall see in January if I get to get through the rest. It's so much stuff, okay? So much stuff. I hope you enjoyed this vlog so far. See you later. Hello! So I can update this vlog now in the midst of all vlogmas, because I read the next book for this vlog, and that was, let's see, The Woman in the Purple Skirt by Natsuko Imamura. And this one follows a woman in a yellow cardigan, who follows a woman in a purple skirt who is known to have a purple skirt in the neighborhood, etc. And then the woman in the yellow cardigan kind of makes her start to work at the same workplace, and then a lot of stuff ensues from this. And basically, the person we follow the point of view of, who's stalking a woman in a purple skirt, is clearly a stalker and a very disturbed person. And I don't really know the point of this book, or like exactly like their motivations and what happened, but I guess it's like kind of up to interpretation, which I feel like often is a lot of the case with this kind of book in this kind of genre that I read from Japan. Like, they're all like a lot of vague stuff in them, and then you kind of don't get like concrete answers, so you kind of just have to interpret it and see what you want it to mean yourself. We kind of got like some aspect of reality in here, where we just like got a little wake-up call, like this person who we follows is clearly not a person who's really stable. Really follows an unreliable main character. Very interesting. It's really short as well. I read it really fast, but it was really interesting and weird. Super, super weird, and kind of uncomfortable in a way. I thought it would be cozy. Did not go the way I wanted. It says here behind here, someone is always following her, always person just outside, monitor which buses she takes, what she eats, whom she speaks to. But this invisible observer isn't a stalker. It's much more complicated than that. Yeah, like this invisible stalker is, I would say, manipulating her life without her being aware of it, and it's creepy, but it really unravels at the end. So yeah, it was really interesting. I guess I would like summarize more like when we write them in the end, but it was a weird one, but I still enjoyed it. And I don't know when I will continue this vlog, hopefully in January. But yeah, now I read it and it was weird and fascinating. So yeah, that's all I got to say for this update. I'm very sleepy, so you should see me whenever I read more for this vlog. Hello! So it has been a minute for this vlog. I think it's been like 3 months. But I am finally continuing to read another book for this vlog, which is Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. And this one is a very popular book now. Like, we're selling a lot of it in the store I work in. So I'm very curious to see what it's about. I assume it's like maybe about like a cafe thing, and it's like cozy, but I don't know more about it. I just know it's like very popular and it's very cute. It seems cute, at least. I think it's gonna be a relative quick read. It's under 200 pages. So I'm gonna start this now, and then I'll update you when I have thoughts or when I finished it or whatever. Yay. Okay, looking at the mess that I am, I did finish Before the Coffee Gets Cold earlier. I just didn't want to log. as per usual. So the whole concept is that in this cafe you can travel in time, and you need to sit in a certain seat, and you need to follow certain rules, among them that you need to drink your coffee before it gets cold, which is why it's called Before the Coffee Gets Cold. And you need to follow these rules while something will happen, and it's like just very cute, and just follow these people who uses this ability, even though it has very strict rules. They use them and you can see it affect them in different ways, and how like the stories can connect with each other. It was just a very, very sweet thing, and it's kind of like separated into 4 short stories, but they do have like connection to with each other. So it's first like the lovers, husband and wife, the sisters, mother and child, and it just follows like, as it says, lovers first, and husband and wife, sisters and a mother and child, and they all like, because of things that happen to them, affect stuff later on. And what I didn't know is that it's also based on a play. So the author like wrote this, I think he arranged the play, maybe, like he was a playwright, and then he wrote this novel adaptation from the play, and I could imagine this so clearly as a play actually, and I would just like really want to see it, even if it would be all in Japanese obviously, but I feel like if you read a book you would be fine. I just feel like visually it looks really cool if it's in place, and then I need to go to Japan. But it was just a very good book, and it wasn't exactly what I thought it would be. I didn't know it had like a time traveling aspect, but like the language and like the setting, you know, really familiar, as I said, like in the other books before in this vlog, like how they have like a certain vibe and atmosphere. In this one it focuses more on like the people and anything else, not like the Japanese culture, which like obviously is fine, you don't need to have that in every book, but it's just how they speak. You can clearly see that what the Japanese originally was saying, because obviously it's translated. But yeah, I really enjoyed myself. I don't think it blew me away. It was like the best book ever, but it was definitely like a very solid book, a very cozy book, and I like how like things connected in the end. It reminded me of the other one I read, Castle in a Mirror one. I always call it Little Mirror in a Castle, but I know that's not the title. Lonely Castle in a Mirror is what it's called. I read this for this vlog, right? It's been so long, I don't remember what I read for this vlog anymore. It was obviously one of my favorite series of last year, but it reminded me a bit of like how things connected, and I thought that was nice. So this does have a sequel as well as like a short story collection. It says Tales from the Cafe, so I assume like it's set in a cafe. And now I really want to read those, and I want to buy them. But I know I'm not going to read them at once, but I want to buy them still to just have them. Because obviously it was a very quick read, and like I would want to pick them up, but like I don't know when. I'm glad I finally read this. I've heard so many things about it, and as I said, we've been selling this really well, so now I can actually finally talk about it properly. Because obviously I heard amazing things about it, and that's what I'm saying, but I never said I read it. It was a good one. I would give it a strong 4 out of 5 stars. But yeah, that was all I wanted to say, and now I can put you on the hair. You should see me then. I don't really know the last thing I said when I filmed for this vlog, because I said maybe I won book club, but I definitely have 2. Because I thought I read 4 books, but I only read 3 for this vlog. But I'm continuing today, decided by a Patreon poll. My life is a mess because I'm cleaning everything. But the book I'm starting is Strange Weather in Tokyo by Hiromi Kawakami. So I will probably read and finish this whole thing today. At work, actually it's a bit little, so I should probably bring more book. But that's what I'm reading, and I don't actually have any expectations. It just says, one night when she's drinking alone in a local bar, Tsukiko finds herself sitting next to her former high school teacher. And then maybe they seem to maybe get a thing. I don't know. I shall report back. That's the point of this vlog. But yeah, I wanted to say that I'm starting that, and you shall see me very soon for when I finish that. Yay. And hello, I am back from work, where I did read all of Strange Weather in Tokyo by Hiromi Kawakami. As I said earlier, I was going to start. And it is a bit like I said it was about. It follows our main character who meets her sensei, or like her teacher, who's like about 30 years older than her, in like this bar in like their, I was gonna say, a proximity to where they live. And they just keep meeting her and eat and chat, and like then they go like different like trips together and just chat a lot and become like really good friends, and then eventually fall in love. Like you get there's more than just friendship there. So obviously it could be talked about the age gap, except that he used to be a teacher, but in this point she's like 36 or something. She can make her own choices of what she wants, in my opinion. It's just kind of a love story. It's really weird and airy in a way, like how it's written kind of in like episodes, where we get like certain episodes of like when they meet and like their conflicts and like how they kind of confess to each other and all that style, as like the Japanese book, where like you feel like in a certain rhythm of the story. It's really like weird, but it's good and it works, and I don't know why. So I really enjoy this as well. It's kind of cozy, and I feel like it's sort of like this shouldn't be cozy as it was, but it worked, and I'm just like, okay, I'm rolling with the vibe. Definitely a well-written book that was not at all what I thought the book was going to be about, like at all, because I heard about it for such a long time, but didn't know that this was the theme of the story. We had so many different themes in the different books we read here, so obviously we wrap up a bit in the end, and I'm just like, what is going on? So very cozy. Something like about stalking, and now we have this, just like a weird subject as well. They all work though. I don't know how to describe the vibe. You kind of just have to read them and live in the vibe and be like, it's kind of just, they feel the same, but they're not the same. I don't know. Enjoyed it. I'm giving it strong 4 out of 5 stars. And I need to read one more book for this vlog, I think. And I feel like I need to make a part 2 of this vlog as well, even though I had this for ages going on, because now there's like many more books I want to read. So I feel like I could make a part 2. Or else I just should end this. Because I was like, no, I can add more books in the same vlog. I was like, no, then we would be forever. But yeah, that's what I got to say, I guess. Yay. Hello, I'm about to go to work. I got a very, very, very cute kitty on me. And I need to leave. I don't know why she's like this right now. And I'm gonna start the last book for this vlog. I need my other hand, baby. Okay. So that would be Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto. The cat was pissed because I stopped cuddling with her. Oh god, she's so mad. I'm sorry, wait, I will cuddle. I got to show you the book, right? I need to cuddle with the cat now. And I actually like don't know the plot, obviously, because I never do. But I know that Banana is a very famous Japanese contemporary author, etc. Is it even contemporary? Was released a while ago? I don't know. And I'm gonna start that today for the last book for this vlog, so I can finally get this up. That would be nice. So we get feedback when I get back home, and then yeah, last feedback for this vlog. Look at this. You okay? You got mad I stopped. I'm continuing now. Either way, see you later. Hello. I have now finally finished the last book for this vlog, which is Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto. As I said yesterday, I was going to read. It was really weird. I don't really know how to describe it, actually. It follows 2 short stories, but they hang together in a way. I was actually confused if like which characters, or if any characters like overlap between the 2 short stories, because I felt stupid yesterday. We have a character who loses her whole family, and she comes to live with her friend and his mother, and then the mother's a trans woman, and well, I don't really know what to say, but so in the first story, it's really focused on the mother, but like from the children's point of view, how one of them kind of is her adopted mother, while like the dude is like his mother, but she only lived for them like 6 months, and like their relationship with her and like how it shaped them in a way. And obviously, since this character's trans, it's written in the 80s, so like the way they talked about her was a bit weird to me, but it was still like surprisingly like not too weird, even though it was written like in the 80s. But it was interesting. It was a bit weird and vague, but I liked that more than the second part. The second part of the book is called Moonlight Shadow, and it follows another mother. Here we follow the point of view of the mother that like I think lost her child. Her child died, like literally confused of like what was going on with these characters in the second story. But yeah, that was like really like vague and like up in the air, and I was just like, what is going on? Although I didn't love this, like it has like the weird vagueness of like weirdness I talked about like in this book in general. And since this came before all of them, it's like interesting to see like how literature is like not exactly stay the same, but like I guess how they have influenced each other, etc. But like overall I did like it okay. It was just like a bit vague and weird even for me. I ended up giving like 3.5 out of 5 stars. I feel like it's hard to talk about as well because it was just so obscure in a way, and it's like 150 pages long. It shouldn't be difficult. It just felt difficult to talk about. I will wrap up some thoughts for all the books in the end, but it's been so long since I started this vlog that I need to edit what came before this to see what I said here, and hopefully this will be up soon. Sorry for weird thoughts about Kitchen. I really don't know what to talk about. It wasn't even like about Kitchen. I don't know, okay? Hello, time to wrap up this vlog so I can finally post it. I don't even know if I can actually rank the books in this video. They were all so different, but I definitely had like a really, really great time. Can I even rank them? If I really, really had to rank them, ranking seems stupid. But quick thoughts, I guess, because they're so different. First of all, Kitchen, Banana Yoshimoto, follows, you know, mothers in different ways, and it was really sad. but also really weird and airy. Like they're all really airy and weird and up in the air in a way. There's just something about the atmosphere, etc. Obviously so different books. The only thing they have in common is that they're originally Japanese. But at the same time, there's something about the atmosphere and like the language that you don't find anywhere else. I think it's maybe also because obviously they're translated. So maybe they get like a certain like written vibe that like otherwise a book originally written in English would have. Obviously I read many more books translated from Japanese, but they all have like that vibe in a way. So again, I think maybe it's something to do with translation. I think this would get 50 if you're ranking. I don't know why I'm ranking. And then I guess I would take Strange Weather in Tokyo. Again, super weird, and you know, it's about like these people with this huge age gap that fall in love, and you know, not necessarily controversial because like at this point, yeah, but it's still like felt weird to read about as well. But not at all what I thought it would be about. Again, a bit of a weird one, you know, Woman in a Purple Skirt, because it's like about stalking and it's really creepy, but it's written so well as well. You're really immersed in the story. But again, feels like verville and weirdness. And then we had Before the Coffee Gets Cold, which like I enjoyed so much because it was so sweet and I loved how things came together. And I have bought the rest of the series, so I am gonna read them all. And it's like even coming another one later in this year. And again, just super sweet and just so good. Obviously, my favorite would be Lonely Castle in the Mirror, because like it literally came like one of the top reads of last year. Because I read this last year, because that's when I started this vlog. And just how the story came together, these characters, this story was just a lot in my vibes. So good. You know, it kind of reminds me a bit of Before the Coffee Gets Cold, if something was going to remind me of another. But not really at all. But in a way a bit. I just had an immersive, I was going to say, ride with all of these. I don't know, for some reason all of them are super short. And I got them all in matching editions. Not even on purpose, but yeah, you know, kind of. Could have made a whole video talking about all the other books. I was going to say almost in its genre, etc. But, you know, again, something weird about the airy language. But it's just not airy language. The airy atmosphere and the language in a certain functional way, I guess. But again, translation, not really something to do with that. But yeah, it's just fun to do a little themed vlog. Every time I read about books set in Japan, it makes me miss Japan very much. So I guess that is the downfall of this. I guess I don't have that much more to say. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I don't even know if it didn't make sense. I don't know. I'm just gonna post it anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a Japanese flag emoji down below if you enjoyed this. You should see me soon in a new video. And